is time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses, shall we? So here's the email. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, a few months ago, my husband reconnected with his ex-girlfriend from college on Facebook. She reached out to him after her divorce just to say hi, since she had cut so many people off while married and realized how it was a mistake. They caught up a bit, it was fine, but now they're still sending messages regularly. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm certainly suspicious. When I ask him about it, he just says she needs someone to talk to. She feels like she lost a lot of friends in her marriage because he was so controlling, and so he just wants to help her a bit. All right, I don't think it's great, but Linda, go ahead. You're on with us. Thanks for calling. Tell me what you're feeling going into this. Do you truly feel like your husband is cheating?
I don't want to believe so, but I'm scared.
So, all right, we can understand that maybe she reaches out to him, but it's how he handled it that concerns us, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was fine with him, catching up and saying hi, but the continued messages.
That's disrespectful to you.
Right. But does he say to you, I mean, he should be bringing you into this, not doing it without you. So if he feels obligated to be a friend, then you should be part of the conversation.
Right. You need to be
not him doing it on his own. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, if she needs a pal, I mean, I don't even think this is right either, but it's like at the very least, the three of you should be involved, not just him on his own with her. That's 1000%. Risky to me, and I don't like it. I think it's rude.
How long did they date?
All I know is that they were high school sweethearts. I mean, it was more than 1 year. I know that for sure. And he didn't really talk much about her other than it was his first love. So like maybe even the one that got away, and that's my fear.
Ugh, bad. First love's bad. You cannot go back on that. Linda, how long have you been married to him?
We've been married for 15 years. And I mean, I have to say it's been a wonderful marriage.
Kids?
Yes, we have 3 beautiful kids. So smart and funny. And I mean, my whole world.
I can hear it in your voice.
Well, we're going to call him. There's something, I don't know if he's cheating or not, but this is danger zone. It's danger zone. Let's call him in just a second here, Kiss. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So Linda has sent us an email about her husband is reconnected with an ex. This was his first love. This is in Cyprus where it's happening. She said this was his first love, and she was married. She broke it off with her husband, or she got divorced. She reached out to him on Facebook, and now he's connected with her and is being a friend to her. It's just not a good idea. I mean, we know it's not a good idea, so let's find out what's going on. Linda, I need you to say, Ryan, you my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, I give you permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, we're calling him. 15 years of marriage. We're going to find out if we can get more to this story. I already know it's a bad idea for your husband to reconnect with his first love and be the friend after she's had a divorce.
Absolutely.
I think she's got motives. I really do. I really believe she's after more than that because she's got friends. She doesn't need to reach out to your husband of all the people in the world, especially if they haven't talked in years since this woman was married. So I don't know if your husband's doing the wrong thing, but she's not doing this for the right reason in my mind before I know anything. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Sisney's going to call him. Be very quiet. We want to find out who he sends roses to and what he puts on the card.
Yeah, and how he signs it.
What's the ex-girlfriend from college's name?
Amber.
All right. Here we go. Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, is this Will?
Yes, it is. May I ask who's calling?
Hi, Will. Yes, my name is Katie, actually. I'm calling from Katie's Flowers on Catella. I actually just opened up my new flower shop right here in Cyprus, and the reason why I'm calling is because, thank you, we're trying to just promote our business. Not many people know that we're here even, so what we're doing is once a week, we select somebody, and we call them up, and we ask them if they would like to receive a dozen roses that you could send to anybody that you'd like.
Oh, goodness, that's nice.
Yeah, they're absolutely free. I don't need credit card info. I don't need any cash from you. We just hope that you refer us to friends and family.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, so give me the name of the person you would like to send these flowers to.
Yes, Linda.
Linda, okay. And what would you like to put on the card?
Can you just say, thinking of you, love, Will?
Thinking of you, love, Will.
Hey, Will, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your wife,
What?
Linda, on the line. We have Linda on the line, and she asked us to give you a call. How you doing, buddy?
A little surprised, but good. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. So good news. Linda, would you like for me to tell him why we're here?
Yes, please.
So,
Hi, Linda.
Will, here's what is going on. Your wife she told us that you've reconnected with your college girlfriend. Is that accurate?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, through Facebook. And this woman was your first love. Is that right?
Yeah, so a long time ago.
Right. And then she was married for a while, since has been divorced, and she's reconnected with you. True?
Yes.
And you kind of become the friend that she's confiding in this moment. True?
Yeah. I mean, yes, we have a very,
Yeah.
deep friendship
And do you
connection. Yeah.
are you bringing your wife into these conversations, or are you just having this connection with your ex without your wife?
Well, I just, Amber and Linda don't know each other that great, so it's been mostly me. But I mean, there's been, there's been some talk. About
I don't
it.
need. That's good. Right. My point is, your wife, and she's right, feels uncomfortable that after all these years of this ex-girlfriend not talking to you, she finally gets divorced. She reaches back out to you, and you are letting her confide in you without your wife a part of the conversation. Do you see how that would bother Linda?
I mean, if you kind of describe it that way, I mean, yes, it doesn't sound great, but I mean, we've been married for 15 years. We have children together. And I've never given her any reason to suspect that I would do anything that would violate her trust. I'm a good guy.
Linda, why don't you put it into your words, the way you feel and what you think is going on?
I feel like, as your wife of 15 years, I should have heard you speak of her more, being your first love. I feel like she should have been in the picture, but I know relatively nothing about her. And you spend so much time, but it was your first love. I mean, it makes me feel like because you didn't talk about it.
Long ago,
and no,
listen. You were the love for the rest of my life.
Please listen to my feelings. We're on the radio, so maybe you can hear my feelings because you haven't heard me yet. Because I'm uncomfortable with what is going on. And this is why I'm uncomfortable. Because...
Baby,
I'm not... No, I'm speaking, and I would like you to listen, please. Because...
I always listen to you. Look,
you're not listening to me now.
I just want you to recognize right now how
be quiet. Listen to your wife.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Even right now, no matter what it is that I was planning on saying next, you fighting me and talking over me and not allowing me to say what it is that I think and feel seems like an act of a desperate man who is guilty of wanting more with his ex-girlfriend.
How can you think that? I have done nothing in our marriage to violate your trust. And this just seems... You're letting your insecurities creep and start to control my life. And I just want you to recognize how in this moment you're being like Amber's ex-husband. Whoa. You're trying to constrict what I can do with my life, and you know
absolutely not. Do not try to pull that on me because, excuse me, I am nothing like her husband. I have not once ever controlled you. I have only simply tried to state to you time and time again that I am uncomfortable with the relationship and the level that it has gotten to. And it is clear that she seems to be more important to you and her feelings are more important to you than your wife of 15 years, the mother of your 3 children. So,
how can you say that? I've just taken it
because you are telling me that with your actions and your behaviors. Because it doesn't matter the words you say, everything you do is so much louder, and it is so clear to me right now.
We have a wonderful life together. We have a solid foundation.
Yet you make me out to be the bad guy and compare me to being controlling husband who doesn't let their partner be an individual. That is not what is happening here. Do not turn that on me.
Amber,
I don't think so. You don't get to be the good guy and me be the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. I am not the bad guy for feeling my emotions and wanting my husband of 15 years to hear them too.
I hear you, and I respect your emotions. I just think that you've blown something that is innocent out of control into something that is crazy, and it's not. I love you, and I love our family, and I love our kids, and I love our future. I am just helping someone who needs help right now. That is it.
She has plenty of other friends. And if you want to continue this relationship with her, I better be a bigger part of it because I am the most important woman in your life, not your ex. And right now, I don't even want to give you that chance because I'm so angry.
Linda, I agree with Linda on this. Will, you're very articulate. I understand what you're trying to say, but I agree with your wife on this. I think she's right, and the fact that she feels uncomfortable isn't good, and she has a right to feel uncomfortable, and so you should listen. And Linda, thank you for making those very clear, thoughtful points, and almost unemotional, more thoughtful than emotional. We're going to let you both go, but Will, this is a gift, this conversation, okay? Linda, good luck, and thank you for reaching out to us.
Thanks,
Do I still get the flowers?
No, there's no flowers. There's no flowers. Wow, she had notes. Man, she was prepared on that. And she's right.
She is right.
And she said, look, if this is going to happen, I want to be part of it.
Of
even
course.
though it shouldn't be happening. We're coming off of a really smart Ryan's Roses.
Yeah.
I thought Linda was very smart. So how would you feel if you're married and your husband's first love gets a divorce and reaches out to you through Facebook and then starts to confide in you and you're not really involved in the conversations? It's a no.
No.
So then we get him on the line. He sends the roses to his wife. And by the way, he seems like a likable, nice guy.
He does. He was very polite with me on the phone when he thought I was the flower girl or whatever.
But his wife, Linda, made such great, thoughtful points.
I think she knew that this was her chance to finally say everything that she's been wanting to say for probably years at this point.
Well,
because
it seemed like it.
It seems like he doesn't let her speak. You know?
He kept trying to cut her off, and that may be a big problem in this relationship.
Of course.
Here's part of the call just from a few minutes ago.
I am nothing like her husband. I have not once ever controlled you. I have only simply tried to state to you time and time again that I am uncomfortable with the relationship and the level that it has gotten to. And it is clear that she seems to be more important to you, and her feelings are more important to you than your wife of 15 years, the mother of your 3 children. So,
how can you say that? I've just taken it
because you are telling me that with your actions and your behaviors, because it doesn't matter the words you say, everything you do is so much louder, and it is so clear to me right now.
And by the way, if his wife feels like that, forget the ex-girlfriend. You're not going to be her friend. You can't be her friend. Your wife is upset. That's your priority. It's no question. Why defend it? Baby, I'm sorry you feel this way. I will not speak to her again.
Yeah, she's
Baby,
out.
I'm sorry you feel this way. I will tell her that this is it. Like, that's all he has to do. Yeah. And he won't. Patty, you're nodding your head. I want to know what's in it.
I understand where she's coming from, but I also see what he's trying to do.
But he can't. He's got to make a choice. Either he's going to be a friend to his ex and upset his wife, or be the husband that's not going to make his wife feel uncomfortable and upset the friend.
He does not need to pick his wife. He can pick whoever he wants.
No!
Yes!
He needs to pick the woman he committed to.
We can't control what he feels or what he wants to do.
Why are you so adamant about letting him have the choice in this marriage of who he should
because we all
be
have
defending?
We all have a choice.
No, we took
like for
no,
example,
Patty, we took a vow.
We're all choosing to be here. Nobody's forcing us to be here.
Patty, we didn't take a vow to be each other the rest of our lives. He did, and he said they have a good relationship. He should defend his wife.
Yeah,
he should be on his wife's team.
And maybe up until this point, he had no idea that his wife felt this way. So now he needs to go back, reflect, and really address the situation.
He doesn't get to sit back and decide whose team he wants to be on. He's on his wife's team. His wife doesn't feel good about it. He needs to back that up, and he needs to do the right thing. I don't understand. Like, we're going to take a break because it's
I kind of get what
happening.
Patty's saying a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, thank you, Tanya.
I do a little bit.
It makes sense
because if now he's not friends with this friend, what if tomorrow she's like, well, I don't want you hanging out with that friend and that friend and that friend?
That's all speculation. I'm dealing with facts.
Okay.
So for me, he's got to stand by his wife. If his wife, who he says he has a good relationship with, is uncomfortable, then he needs to hear that and he needs to act on that and he needs to shut out the ex-girlfriend. that's the only thing to do here.
At the end of the day, he did send the flowers to his wife. He mentioned that their relationship, what he thought was great. But I think he needs to listen to her. He doesn't communicate with his wife.
And Allie, where do you side on this?
Honestly, I agree with him. I think it's actually kind of sexy that he is still in touch with an ex, because to me that just shows that he's a good person.
Wait, how is it sexy to be in touch with your ex?
No.
So you think that it's okay for him to be married and his wife be uncomfortable, and then he goes and tries to be the shoulder that the ex can cry on?
I mean, I think she's really overreacting. I mean, I personally am still in touch with all of the guys that I used to date, and we're still good friends. And I think it just shows that you're a strong person. You're able to still keep up a relationship. It's like when you date somebody, you still have an intimacy and a connection with them. It may not be sexual or romantic.
But do you have a boyfriend or a husband now?
I'm engaged right now.
Okay, so is he comfortable with you being such good friends with all your exes?
Yeah, because he's friends with them also. I think it shows a confidence.
But you're
Allie,
including him.
Yeah, and Allie, if he wasn't comfortable, would you stop talking to the exes?
I don't know, because I would agree with him. I'd be like, that's not fair. You can't tell me who I can and can't be friends with. I'm sorry. I really don't think that he's wrong. Like, I think she's kind of overreacting over this. She needs to find the confidence in her own relationship to be fine with what he's doing.
I for sure
To each his
officially
own.
don't understand relationships anymore.
To
For
each
sure.
his own.
All right, Allie, thanks for calling. This one's really...
I'm right there with you because I'm baffled as well. If Michael started reconnecting with an ex, all of his clothes would be in the front yard by tomorrow.
Thank you,
That would
Sissany.
be
Put
the end of
put
it.
your heels down. It's time for Ryan's Roses. It is a public service. This one's a little different because Max has written to us and he has said, Dear Ryan and Sissany, I recently lost my phone, and when I got a new one, I went in to install a backup. Backing up is not something that I'm good about keeping up on, but I accidentally installed an old backup of my wife's. I ended up stumbling upon an old text chain from August that was between my wife and her friend. There was a lot of back and forth about, are you going to tell him? Are you going to tell him?
Wow.
You should tell him. Well, tell him what? He's wondering. The friend was asking my wife if she was going to tell me, and I want to know if she's cheating on me. It's not good.
Okay.
So that's the deal. Now, let me grab Max. Max, good morning. Thanks for sending us your email.
Hey, yeah, thank you guys for responding. This is one of those things I just thought, I'm not sure exactly where to start. Maybe you guys could help out.
We're absolutely able to do so, or at least try to do so. So I don't know how much more we need when you've got two people saying, are you going to tell him? My heart drops because obviously we think of the worst. I can't imagine what else it might be unless she has an illness or something.
Exactly. I mean, totally. And nothing huge has gone on in our personal lives that, that I would know about, or something like that. So I can only assume it's me. I have assumed that it's me. Like in my mind already, it seems like she's cheated on me.
Okay. What we want to do is we're going to call her now. What are we doing about roses? We offer. How do we want to do this?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I had an idea actually, Ryan. Because that would kind of seem out of the blue. Like I'm thinking, right before this text exchange had happened in August, she'd been away with her friends, on like a girls' trip to Arizona, and basically I was thinking, instead of the roses, you could say you're doing like a survey, like a trip survey. And, like if she agrees to answer questions, you could give her like, another 3-day, 2-night stay for free or something like that.
Sis, you got that?
Okay. 3-day, 2-night stay. What city? Where was she? We intrigued to go.
This was in Tempe. Yeah.
Tempe?
Arizona.
Yeah.
So you'd want the trip to be back in Tempe?
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. We're good with that. We'll get everything lined up here. You need anything else?
I'm just going to what kind of questions should I ask her?
Well, hold on. Let's take a break. Max, hang on one sec. We'll come back.
Okay.
We'll make the call. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're all good now. Max is on the line. We're going to call his wife. And Sissany, what are we offering his wife now? Because he thinks his wife is cheating on him.
Yeah, so we're just going to get down to the bottom of the trip survey, and if she answers a few questions, then she can win another 3-day, 2-night stay.
So you're
in
good.
Tempe.
Okay.
I'm good.
Now, here's what he's going off of. He saw some text messages on a backup file of her friend saying to her, his wife, "Are you going to tell him?" And he's like, "Well, tell me what?" And he thinks that it must mean that there's another guy. I hope it's not an illness, but that's what we think. So let's see what we can do. Max, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your wife's name is on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we are going to call her now, and we're going to launch into this survey and see what we can find out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Hello,
Hi, is this Rachel?
this is she.
Hi, Rachel. My name is Tracy, and I'm calling from the Resort and Spa.
Oh, hi.
Hi there. I'm just calling. We do this regularly. It's a trip survey, and I realized that you did a trip out here a few months ago, last summer. And was it in August?
Yeah, I guess I was.
If I can just have a few moments of your time, I just want to ask you a few questions, and then after we chat, you have a chance to win a 3-day, 2-night stay in Tempe, Arizona, just for answering a few simple questions.
Really?
Yes.
All right, why not?
Okay. So how was the trip?
Oh, it was great.
It was great.
Any girlfriend? Yeah.
Any complaints that we should note of, or anything we can do better?
No, we had a really pleasant day. The pool was great. Yeah, no complaints.
Would you say that you, on a scale of 1 to 10, did you leave satisfied?
Yeah, I really did.
So you would give
Nice
us
trip.
a 10?
Yes, I would give you a 10.
Okay. Who were you there with?
Oh, my friend.
Like girls trip, or was it more romantic?
Yeah, it was just, no, it was just a girls trip.
Oh, girls trip. Okay, cool. Are you single?
Wait, what?
Are you single? Was it like you guys are all single? Is it like a bachelorette type trip?
This is part of the survey?
Yes, we like to just know the type of clientele.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually okay. I don't need a pre-trip. But thanks anyway for calling.
Oh, are you sure? I just had one more question, and then you have the trip. No.
Okay. What?
Rachel, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And also, your husband, Max, is on the phone. Max has asked us to call you because he's concerned that you might be cheating on him. He has evidence. Are you?
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. This is Ryan Seacrest, and and Max is on the phone and thinks I'm cheating on him.
Max, you can talk.
Yeah. Hi. Hey, babe.
Well,
Look,
I thought it was a prank call.
No, I mean, I got my new phone and I backed up yours accidentally. I saw these texts that you had sent to Becca, saying like, "Are you going to tell him? What is that about? What are you talking about?"
Wait. Why didn't you just come ask me about that? I don't know. What do you mean? Am I going to tell him? I don't know. I talk to Becca every day. It could be about anybody.
No, Max is saying he saw texts, and the context of the text, he thinks, are you and her, Becca, talking back and forth about whether or not you should tell Max. He thinks about another man. Are you cheating on him?
Wow. No, I'm not cheating on you, A. And B, that could be about her boss. That could be about, my boss. That could be about anybody. That could be, I don't know. I don't know.
Why did you get skeptical when Sisney was asking some of those final questions?
Because who call from a hotel asking if you were single, that was really shady. That's why I was skeptical. Wouldn't you answer the same way?
You could have just answered, "No, I'm married."
Right, but I also don't understand why you would ask such personal questions and take time out of my day. That to me seems like a prank
True,
call.
you were very.
Or someone.
You were. That was aggressive, Sisney.
And with all due respect, I was trying to get to the bottom.
I'm just saying that that was intrusive.
Okay, fair enough.
It was kind
fair
of
enough.
It was intrusive. Rachel, I felt like it was intrusive for a survey. But anyway, we weren't doing a survey. We were trying to find out if you're cheating. Max, do you want to express any more of your concern to your wife?
Yeah, I mean, the idea that this could bring up like a fear in my mind when I totally thought this was an innocent trip. I mean, for me, I'd just like to ask you to be honest with me. And just, could you tell me, is there anything that you're not telling me about this trip? Because there's a doubt in my mind, and I need you to be straight with me. Can you please be honest with me?
Well, obviously, Max, we have some issues to work on because you couldn't just come to me first. You had to come with the truth, asking me a simple question. The answer is no, first of all. Second of all, I could easily answer it if you show it to me. And I mean, this is just, I have no words.
All right. Well, Max, we have taken it as far as we can take it. I think your wife is right. Yeah. You should talk to her directly from here on out, okay?
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. Bye-bye. Well, I mean, he's barking up the wrong tree.
He is?
For sure. I totally believe her.
I don't believe her.
That is how... That was as genuine can be in a situation like that.
You're too naive.
Yeah.
You're naive. She's
Have
lying.
you lost your mind?
No, she's lying.
She's not lying.
She is.
She was as calm and as collected
because women are
as
smarter.
any confident person who's telling the truth.
No, women are good liars. First of all,
I
think they're better liars than men.
That's how I wish some of the men would handle it.
Well, they don't because
because they're lying. She's telling the truth.
She's not telling the truth.
It's clear as clear.
She cheated on him on that trip. It was a girl's trip. She got too drunk. She probably cheated, and she regrets it. She's never going to tell him.
But let's go back to Ryan's Roses. So Max thought his wife, Rachel, may have been cheating on him. We got her on the phone. I thought she handled it very well, very poised. Here's part of the call.
Well, obviously... Max, we have some issues to work on because you couldn't just come to me first. You had to come with the truth, asking me a simple question. The answer is no, first of all. Second of all, I could easily answer it if you show it to me.
So she's referring to a text that he saw that said between she and her girlfriend, are you going to tell him? I have to tell you, Sisney, honestly, I believe Rachel. I don't think she's cheating. I think she handled it exactly how anybody telling the truth would handle it.
Being that these text messages came at the same exact time that this girl's trip was back in August of last year.
These text messages are about something else.
I don't think so.
Well, Patty?
I agree with you. I don't think she's cheating or cheated.
No, it was all in her calmness and her tone. And by the way, I'm just thinking, if you were telling the truth and you were in that situation on the phone with all of us, that's how you'd react.
Exactly.
You wouldn't go crazy. You wouldn't get defensive. You'd be like, wait, well, this is, first of all, this is exhaustingly crazy. Like, you're no, it's not right. And second of all, we do have a problem, and it's the fact that you can't communicate with me. That's what I would say. I mean, I
feel like if she was telling the truth, she should have been more compassionate. Like, oh, baby, I can't believe you thought about this.
No,
because
she's not. No, because she didn't do anything wrong. It's almost like she's annoyed that you would even. I would be annoyed you'd even take the time to do all this because it's wasting my time.
The survey was just too long and it was just too much.
Well, the survey was intrusive, but it had to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Tanya, what do you think?
I'm torn because at first I believed her, but now I'm thinking she maybe did something on this trip.
So, Sisney, what do you actually think will happen?
What do I think happened or will happen?
No, what do you think happened?
I think that they got a little wild.
So she goes on a trip with the girls.
Let's say she to
this place.
Mm-hmm. She ended up meeting a guy at the pool. Remember, she brought the pool up and she liked it there. Blah blah.
Yeah.
And something happened. Maybe she didn't come home one of the nights to the room where they were all sharing. Who knows?
She would have sounded guilty on the call.
It's been months. She's had months to think about what her response is going to be if she's ever confronted.
She said, "Show me the text." She said, "Let me see the text," and I'll explain.
Because the text don't say anything. So she's going to explain it was about her boss or whatever, and life's going to go on. And this poor Max is being lied to.
This one's so clear to me. Okay, Jamie, go ahead. You're on with us.
Hey, Ryan. I think she was lying 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
There was no reason for her to get that upset and defensive if she was telling the truth. It's
I didn't think she got defensive. I thought she was like annoyed that he was doing this, and she was going to deal with it with him. That's what I felt.
I just thought. I mean, she didn't laugh once. If that was my significant other, and they did that to me, it would have been funny.
Yes,
I would have laughed.
Chuckle and you'd be
Laughter's
like,
guilt.
No,
Laughter's guilt.
No way.
Laughter's guilt.
You'd be like, how could you even think this would happen, babe? I love you. There's no way ever that I would ever cheat on you. Absolutely not. She didn't say any of those things. She was just like, I can't believe that you brought the troops in.
Yeah, because she was annoyed with us, and I would be too if you called me. So there you go,
I'm just
Jamie.
doing my job.
Thanks for calling. Well, look, Sissany, I'm just saying, if someone's not doing something and they're accused of it,
Right.
like in these calls, and you're at work or whatever, it's like, babe, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Lori gets it, right, Lori?
No, I think she's hiding something. I really do.
Thank you, Lori.
What, did I hear a different show?
Just a guy.
I think it's totally normal if you're taking a survey to be asked what your marital status is. And
I agree. The survey was intrusive.
All I asked her was that she was single.
Ooh.
And I think that's normal. Like, I've been asked out on surveys before.
Yeah, you have to check the box. Are you single? You married? Divorced?
Yeah,
right.
well,
exactly.
I don't check the box.
But
You will one day.
I don't want to answer that. Let's move on. She just got totally freaked out. Like, I think it was an overreaction.
All right, well, let's leave it at the fact that Patty and I think that she's being honest, and everyone else disagrees.
Yeah.
If she would have been honest, she would have just said, I'm married, not, I need to get off the call. I don't want to do this anymore.
You were asking intrusive questions. I would have done the same thing.
Are you single? No, I'm married.
Yeah, but like the way you were asking, you're like, well, are you single? You were getting cute with it.
I'm sorry you got so cute with it.
Sissany, stop yelling at everybody. Everything's fine.
Everybody that's calling in agrees with me.
I know. That's why Patty and I think you guys are crazy. All right, goodbye. Thank you, Lori, for calling.
Thank you.
Even though you heard a different show, apparently. So, just quickly, I believe Rachel. Sissany believes she's cheating.
Yeah, I think she is.
Tanya believes she's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Patty believes Rachel.
I do.
All right, let's leave it at that. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, a few weeks ago, I noticed some makeup on one of our pillowcases. It did not look like mine, but I thought it could have been, so I didn't think much of it. Then, last week, I came home early, and my husband was home with a woman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Turns out it is Anita, our cleaning lady. I had never met her before because I have an office job, and my husband works from home. But she was not what I pictured. This woman is about 24 years old. It felt awkward meeting her. And that combined with the makeup on my pillowcase makes me wonder, is he sleeping with her in our bed? Wow. Okay. Lot going on in this one.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Stephanie, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hey.
Just tell us a little more about the 24-year-old woman that you encountered.
Okay, so I hadn't met her before because I work all day, and I just didn't think about it. When you hear cleaning lady, you think somebody older. So when I first met her, I was like, who is this? And she looks like a college girl. She's really bubbly. Like, it was just awkward meeting her when I met her, and then, just not what I pictured at all. And my husband never thought to mention it. I even asked my kids, like, have you met the cleaning lady? They're like, nope, because they've been either at school or camp when she's there. And, so it's my husband who spent all this time with her. So I'm just, she doesn't look like a cleaning lady.
And has the house been clean?
Well, the house is perfect. So that's why I didn't even question anything. The house
It's perfect, except for the makeup she left on the pillowcase.
Right, you think she'd clean that.
So, no, I didn't think it was such a thing. It was like, it didn't look like mine, but then I was like, oh, it probably is. But when I met her, so I have darker skin. She's got a little bit lighter skin. So I thought, when I saw her, I was like, oh, and because it also was sort of, had like glittery stuff in it. And I was like, I started to put it together. I was like, what is this? Because then I thought, okay, it's probably hers. So combined with how awkward it was when I met her, plus the makeup, So now I'm just in my head about it. I don't know what's going on.
We are going to call and see who he sends the roses to.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. All right, we are going to call Stephanie's husband now. Anita works in the house, cleans the house. She's 24 years old. Stephanie's found makeup on the pillowcase that's not hers. Then when she came home early from work one day, because she's always gone, she hasn't met the person that works in the house.
Right.
She came home early. Her husband was home. What, just talking with the Anita?
Yeah, they were just hanging out, like having a chat in the kitchen. I was like, who is this?
Okay, and she's 24, and you feel like this could be the woman that is sleeping in your bed with your husband.
Well, yeah.
All right, hold on. We're going to make the call. We need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, then your husband's name on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to call him right now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Garrett?
Yeah.
Hi, Garrett. My name is Melanie. I'm calling from Mel's Flowers. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. So we're brand new to the area. We're actually right on the corner of Haven and Baseline near the Ralphs. You know that big shopping center, like the town center there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a little shop in there, and I'm calling because we're just trying to promote our business, and each week we give out a dozen red roses, and today you've been selected to send these free flowers to anybody that you'd like. I don't need anything from you. They're absolutely free. Just the name of the person you want to send them to. It's a dozen red roses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, let me send some flowers to Megan.
To Megan.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and just have a note that says, I owe you one.
I owe you one. Okay. Would you like to sign it, Love Garrett, put some hearts on the card, make it romantic?
Oh, no, you could just sign it from Garrett.
From Garrett. Okay.
Yeah.
Garrett, it is Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Just want you to know that. We have your wife, Stephanie. Hi, Garrett. We have your wife, Stephanie, on the phone. So who is Megan, and why do you owe her one?
Who's Megan? Who's Megan? Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Who's Megan?
Megan, you know Megan. It's Logan's mom. You've met her before. She's been she's been driving carpool to camp this week because I've been on conference calls, and she's been helping me out. I just wanted to just send her some a nice gesture.
So you owe her one for covering carpool?
Yeah. It's just a simple.
You wouldn't think to send some romantic red roses to your wife?
Yeah. And who, you've never mentioned Megan before, and I don't even know which. There's like 3 Logans. I have no idea who you're even talking about. I don't even know.
Logan slept over. He was part of the sleepover that we had last weekend. You've met Megan before. This shouldn't be an issue.
She doesn't even know who Megan is, yet you're close enough to send her flowers for covering carpool?
I don't even.
Sounds fishy, bro.
I mean, she's been helping me out. It's just it seems like a
Garrett.
Is she married?
To Logan's dad.
Well, I'm just saying, wouldn't you feel uncomfortable sending these flowers and now her husband's going to see these roses?
I mean, they're just flowers, right? Well,
they're not just flowers.
They're roses. They're red
flowers.
roses.
You had a chance to give somebody flowers. You're giving them to Megan, whoever Megan is. I don't even.
Garrett, there was some makeup on your pillowcases in the bed. Has Megan been in your bed?
No, God, no. What do you mean?
So
makeup?
some makeup that's not your wife's is on your pillowcases. Whose makeup is that? Is that Anita's makeup?
I saw Anita's makeup. Yes, I saw it on the pillow.
Whoa! I'm not sleeping with Anita. If that's what you're implying.
Well, it sounds very defensive, I must say, Garrett. But that's not what she was implying at all, and that's what you just went to. That was your first thought.
Interesting.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sleeping with her. I don't know what to tell you.
But it was you really went to that place very fast.
And who are you sleeping with then?
I mean, that's what I want to know because it's lately it's not with me. Everything's been fine at home. The house has been clean, but now what? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't know who this Megan is. I don't Anita's 20. I don't. She looks like she. I don't even.
It sounds to me like you're just feeling a little bit insecure.
I'm not insecure. Oh, no. I'm not insecure. Why wouldn't you have mentioned... You wouldn't have thought to mention that Anita is as young as she is, as pretty as she... Why wouldn't you have mentioned that?
Because that's irrelevant. Like, she just runs an online business with her friends, and they do great work.
I'm sure they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like... Oh, my God.
I don't even know who any of these people are. Why would you? I know who everyone is in your life. Why would I not know who anybody is? Why wouldn't I know who Megan is? This is really like I don't.
Garrett, we're going in circles, but your wife found makeup that's not hers on your pillowcases in your bed. She comes home from work early, and you're sitting there chatting with Anita on the couch, and you sent red roses to Megan saying, "I owe you one." It's not looking great.
I'm not sleeping with anyone else. I don't know how this got off the rails so quickly.
All right, so Stephanie, here's what I deduce. Here's what I would do. I would address it directly with Anita and with Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go right to them, because I can tell in your voice you can handle that.
Yep. Yeah.
And you should. And they will not see you coming. And you will sit them down. You'll have a real nice chat.
Yeah. No, I have to. I have to know, right? But now,
of course you have to know. He just sent flowers to another woman. Now, I mean, come on, makeup, Megan, Anita. It's a trifecta of drama. I couldn't think of a T word.
I mean, Anita's she's supposed to be over tomorrow, too.
All right. Well, there you go. I think you'd have some in-person meetings to deal with. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Good luck. Thank you, Garrett, for being on. Turmoil. That's what I was trying to think of. Turmoil. A trifecta of turmoil.
Yeah.
At Ryan's Roses a few minutes ago, and if you heard it, this is an interesting observation. Sometimes we miss things, obviously. Victoria and Corona. Victoria, good morning.
Good morning.
So, tell us, you did some investigative listening here.
Yeah, I could hear his phone clicking like he was getting another call on the other line when you guys got him on the phone and started talking to him about getting him to send flowers.
And so who do you think was calling him?
I don't know. One of those girls must have been listening. They're pretty young, so I'm sure that they listen to your station.
How did you hear the phone click? It doesn't click. It drops out, right? Is that what happens when you're on the phone and a call comes in? Doesn't it dip the sound?
There's like a subtle. I don't know how to describe it, but it's
like someone.
So do you think it was Anita, the woman that worked in the house, or Megan?
Probably. I mean, she's there the most, so.
So we think he's doing something with Anita and Megan?
We don't know what to think, Sissany.
Yeah.
We don't know what to think.
He's
All right.
trying to get the door open.
All right. Well, Victoria, thank you very much for picking up on that. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too. That's the reason we air these, right? The reason we do it on the air. Right? Because if we just did it on our own, what would be the point? We wouldn't pick up on any of that.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of that.
Right? I mean, you and I would do this for fun. Good morning.
Good morning.
We just did a Ryan's Roses call, and before we get our guts all in a wad, let me just reset what happened here. Stephanie found traces of makeup that wasn't her on the pillowcase. She thought it may be from their 24-year-old housekeeper, Anita. Her husband, Garrett, and Anita, were they hooking up? So we get to Garrett, get the roses, offer them the roses. He sends them to a woman. He introduces a new woman named Megan.
Yeah.
And he says, I owe you one. Turns out Megan is a mom that took over some carpool duty. So clearly he's striking up connections with the other moms because Stephanie works. So Stephanie's gone during the day.
Right.
And Garrett is, home and taking care of some other duties and things. And
as a working mom, though, I can kind of see where maybe some insecurities can start building with time because your husband is the one that's doing all the communicating for you and with other moms, I'm assuming. But you don't give them red roses to say, I owe you one. You give her a Target gift card.
I don't want to hypothetically use Michael, but you're married. So here, Michael, you're at work. Michael's dropping off the kids eventually to school. He befriends all the moms. He's got their phone numbers.
Oh, my gosh, this is going to happen.
Well,
wait, this is really going to happen.
But it's Michael, so it's fine.
It is fine. But
he's not Garrett, right?
Yeah, okay.
So Michael befriends the moms, and then he sends roses to one of the moms, thanking her for covering.
Pump the brakes.
Oh,
No,
slow
that does
the
not
car down.
happen. No.
So the roses is the issue, not befriending the moms.
Yes. And well, obviously the relationship, if there's like, it needs to be a very like friendship relationship with these moms. It can't be flirty.
It's universal, isn't it? Like Tubbs, do you know about what are you doing over there, Tubbs?
I'm
having brunch.
No, I had a little protein bar.
He's got a waffle iron. He's got scoops of butter. So, do you know like the universal symbolism in roses? Do you know?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Do you know what roses mean? What roses? If you like roses mean?
Oh, it means like you love somebody.
Means romance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't roses mean romance?
Absolutely. Beauty and the Beast, the rose.
Right. So
Means
you
love.
would think that universally, but different color roses can mean different things, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. So I
Kind
don't
of,
know.
yes.
What's the key of color? What they give you the key of roses
Red would mean love and passion.
and romance.
Right.
But I
Yellow
feel like
would
yellow
mean
is something else.
friendship. Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
I would say.
Like if I
yes.
send yellow roses to you, Tanya, you would think friendship.
Yeah, I'd say that's a nice friendly
White
gesture.
roses could be a lot of things.
Wedding.
It could be also like sympathy, like if someone passed away.
So we should all understand the universal key that are the color of the roses,
Pinks
right?
are like baby showers. I don't know.
But anytime I don't know, as a guy, I hear roses, I automatically think romance.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be sending red roses, certainly, to another mom.
No way.
So we don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's Anita or if it's Megan, but something's just not right. Maria's in Fontana. Go ahead, Maria. You're on with us.
Hi. So I just kind of find it weird that he would hire, such a young age, a 26-year-old maid, not even mention it to his wife, like, hey, honey, I hired a maid, because even the lady said, like, oh, I expected it to be young. I mean, older, because I'm 22. I mean, I would even feel uncomfortable being in a house with, like, a man and knowing that he has a wife and then his wife is not there. Like, and then Megan, if you're trying to do her a favor, you don't send her red roses. Like, when I have a friend and she, I want to take her out or him out, I tell my husband, like, oh, let's go do it as a family, give her family too. Like, you don't just do it like, oh, hey, here's some beautiful dozen red roses. Like, you don't do that. Why didn't he mention it to her? Like, oh, honey, like, why did he have to get caught with the freaking maid? Like, why did he tell her ahead of time? And what a coincidence that she's only there when the wife's not there or the kids aren't there and they're only alone.
Yeah, there seemingly is not a lot of transparency. So unanswered questions.
Right.
But I would, like Stephanie, not feel great about it or totally confident. Well, Maria, thanks for calling.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, guys.
Have a good week. All right, bye. So here, the red roses, I just looked this up. Red roses symbolize love and romance.
Yeah.
Pink roses symbolize gratitude and admiration. Orange roses. You know what orange roses symbolize? I've never gotten orange roses. Have you?
Never. I've never even seen any.
I haven't seen any orange roses offered either.
I've seen them. They sell them at Ralph's.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I thought they were just not red yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You guys.
Maybe they're not ripe.
Wait, but what are they for?
Passion.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Orange roses are for passion.
Okay.
Yellow roses symbolize friendship.
Okay.
White roses symbolize innocence and purity.
Oh.
And black roses,
Those exist?
well, it's in the article here. It says black roses. Oh. Let's just say you don't want one of those.
I got really quiet.
Yeah, well, I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. It's really complicated for me. Dear Ryan and Sissany, it's time for Ryan's Roses. This from Justine in Culver City. My husband has office space that he rents for writing. It's a little studio, not very expensive. He's a writer. He says he needs to get out to be creative. Anyway, I wanted to be helpful, so I bought some decorations, and I went down there. I convinced the landlord to let me in so I could surprise him by decorating it for creativity. So let's find out what happened when she went. Justine, thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah. Hi.
Tell us, what did you find when you got to your husband's office to decorate it?
I found nothing but a mattress on the floor.
And does he write on a mattress?
Not that I know of. I think that'd be very difficult to do.
Did you tell him you found the mattress?
No, I haven't said anything. I don't know how to approach him with it.
Were there blinds or drapes on the window?
No, there's nothing.
It was just a mattress on the floor.
That's it? No writing desk or anything?
Not a chair, not a writing desk.
Were there
Not
sheets
even
on
a
the mattress?
No, it was just a mattress. Just a mattress on the floor.
So you're thinking he has this place not for writing?
Well, what for?
Well,
but just a mattress on the floor?
Doesn't seem like he's going there to work.
Was it storage?
There was nothing there, just a mattress. My heart sunk when I saw it, and I begged the landlord, who was an old woman, and she kind of just said, "Yeah, this is the right room." And I asked her what was going on, and she didn't know, but she gave me a hug, which was not a good sign, and kind of just left me there. And I mean, my whole world kind of just collapsed. I don't know what to think.
And you haven't confronted him?
No, no.
All right, let us confront him next. Hang on for a second, okay?
Okay.
Justine, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 6 years.
All right, Justine's on the line. We're about to call her husband. I need you, this is Ryan's Roses. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is, on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to call him now. We're going to offer him some roses. She went to his office where he's supposed to go right, and she just found a mattress on the floor. No desk.
Seems super suspicious.
Seems weird to me. Had you ever been to his office before?
No, this is new. He's a writer, and he said his dream was to write a fiction book, and so he was going to get a little studio, very inexpensive, just to write and be creative. And I wanted to give that to him, that space. I know that being creative is difficult. We have a 4-year-old, and that's never easy. So I asked him about it, and I said, well, what's in there? And he said it was just a desk and a chair. He said a desk and a chair.
Lying.
Okay.
And I wanted to surprise him, so I went to Ross and got some cute decorations. And when I got there, the landlady didn't want to let me in, but finally I convinced her because I wanted to surprise him. And and I found the mattress.
Don't worry. Hold for 1 second. We're going to call him now. Stay very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Okay? Here we go. Good luck.
Hello?
Hi, is this Will?
Yeah, this is Will.
Hi, Will. My name is Yolanda. I'm calling from Yoli's Flowers. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, hey, pretty good.
I'm calling because we're actually brand new. We're in downtown Culver, right near, where Rush Street is?
Yeah.
We're a few doors down from that, actually. And the reason I'm calling is because we're new to the area and we're trying to promote our business. So what we're doing is we're offering local residents to send free roses to anybody that they'd like today. They're absolutely free. I don't need anything from you. No credit card or cash or anything like that. We just hope that you refer us to friends and family. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
No, I mean,
they're free. I don't need any money from you. It's a dozen red roses. We can have them out by lunchtime today. You can send them to anybody. I just need the name of the person and we can write a note.
Well, no, I'm just in the middle of stuff, but if you want to give me your number and I can call you with, or better yet, I'm not really far from there. I can just come in and just pick up the flowers. That's really cool. I just,
Well, what we're really trying to do is promote our delivery service. So you'd be really helping me out if I could just, we can just start with the name of the person and then a note. It'll take no more than 2 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
so if you were to send roses to anybody, who would it be?
I don't know. I honestly, right off the top, I don't have anyone, that I want to just up and send flowers to, but that's really cool. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Will, it is Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your wife, Justine, on the line. Will, we're calling you to ask you, how do I say this? We're calling to ask you about your office. Your wife saw the mattress on the floor. Can you explain to your wife why there's no writing desk and why there's a mattress on the floor of your office?
Okay, wait, I'm so confused. So, wait a minute. wait, what do you? I don't. What's going on? I don't.
Well, that is exactly what Justine is asking. What is going on? She went to your office and she saw the mattress on the floor, and so Will. What's the mattress for?
Oh my gosh! Like, I have the extra. We have the office space, so I need it. To write. She knows I'm writing a book and stuff, and I've had friends over, like, guys, girls before, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
So, Will, are you seeing people on that mattress? Are you cheating on Justine?
I have met. Okay, I have met a girl before, met a guy. I just. Oh my God, this is so crazy. I guess I'm having like a awakening, I guess, and I honestly I don't know where to go with it. I haven't done anything recently. Oh my God.
Wow. Well, this keeps getting better and better.
Oh my God,
I'm just totally speechless. I don't really want to know you right now, so. Wow.
Oh, honey, I don't. No, seriously, honey. This is like.
Will.
Whoa.
She hung up. She's hung up on you. Will, are you there?
Yeah.
Will, your wife Justine has hung up. You're still being broadcast. Will, how long have you had this? When was this awakening? When did it begin?
I would say probably I guess a little over a year.
And can you tell us what you mean by the awakening?
Well, it's like, we're obviously married. We've got a 4-year-old daughter, and I don't know. We've been caught up in just, life and daycare and all of that stuff that I just have felt really bottled in. And then just over time, you know what I mean? I just started, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I just feel like I needed to get out and to explore. I just felt so caged in, and she's distanced herself from me, and I just feel like there's no love going on there, and I don't know.
All right. Well, Will, we've just tried to call her back. She's not picking up. I'm going to let you go. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you still love her?
Yeah, I do.
How can you do this to somebody you love?
I honestly, it's just complicated, and I obviously did not know I was going to be called out on this. I know that I love her, I love my daughter, and I don't want to lose them, but I'm just confused, I guess.
No.
All right, Will, we are going to say goodbye. Goodbye. Patty, was that you?
It's just so gross, and you guys are just goodbye.
Well,
I'm gonna let you go.
What?
Why
are you mad at us?
Why are you all nice to him? He's being so gross and disrespectful to his kid and his family.
We're not. Hold on for a second.
And you're tell me more about your awakening. No, we don't need to hear more about his stupid
As you
escapade.
drink your hibiscus tea.
Well, with all due respect, I don't understand what he meant by an awakening.
I don't
so
either.
I'm trying to ask questions. I do need to ask questions.
It's true. He does. I was also curious, so I was not mad at your questions.
And also, she hung up. He's answering questions. I didn't hear anybody take a side here with him.
No.
He's cheating, and he's lying, and he's sneaking around, and so he's got trouble. He's got problems.
He still loves her?
He's got
that's
issues.
confusing.
And why didn't he include her in the awakening? That's what I don't understand.
I was thinking that too, actually.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, it's all right, spice it up.
Yeah.
Spice it up.
What?
Just include her.
Yeah, tell your wife these feelings you're having. If you're thinking about going by,
tell her you're having that thought. Right?
Exactly. Tell her you're having that thought before you actually act on it. And maybe who knows? Maybe she's into it. This could have saved their marriage.
Yeah. Communication.
2019.
Wait a minute. 2019? So throw out the commitment to being married? To
Just times are changing.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what Sisney's got going on in 10 years.
Yeah.
Michael. Just on Ryan's Roses there. And doesn't seem to be a lot of reaction to the awakening. Maybe people are still awakening up this morning. But we had a husband just tell us that he's had an awakening. Curious to see what you might think that is by definition. But he had an awakening where he said he's connecting with both men and women. I mean, he's married, right?
Yeah, but he's cheating. So communicate to your wife or husband if you're thinking about having an awakening.
But can we go back to you calling this 2019?
I'm just saying, you don't have to have such a traditional marriage, I guess. People do crazy things like this. I'm not saying I do.
Speaking from
no, I'm not
first person,
speaking from
or?
first person. Actually, I'm speaking from the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Oh, wow. A lot of our great positions come from
there's a new housewife, and she's saying that for milestone birthdays, they will have threesomes. For like her husband's 40th or his 45th or his 50th, they do stuff like that.
And do you think that ever causes questions, problems, or insecurities in real life?
I mean, I don't know if I could personally do it, but I can see how other people can.
Wow,
and they seem to have a strong marriage. Communication is key, and blah blah blah.
Now, communication is key. That all sounds great.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Look, that all sounds great, but then I just think that insecurity and reality sets in at some point.
Well, talk about being insecure now. He completely cheated on her with a guy and a girl.
He's going through. He said.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was justifying it by saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having an awakening, and that's what's going on with me." And so he's going through something individually.
Right.
Now, Patty, you want to chime?
No, I just think I was not happy with the fact that we were just sounding very curious toward what he was saying when he's like cheating on her and doing all these things behind her back, not just with one, but like multiple people.
Yeah, but
which makes it even worse.
But we talk to people every week that are doing things behind people's back. I mean, that's what Ryan's Roses is.
Yeah.
I cannot fault our curiosity.
But usually you're very good at, kind of not holding back your feelings toward the person we're talking to. And you're like, how can you do this to her? Or how can you do this to him? And I feel like this time you were more like, oh, tell me more.
Yeah, well, surprise. I think I don't know. I've spoken to someone that I can remember that said that they were going through an awakening, and that's maybe what I was trying to understand. Mm-hmm. And maybe I need to understand it more before I give you my view on it. I mean, I definitely think that in a marriage, the guy's doing something behind her back, so that's wrong.
Yeah,
and he's
cheating.
doing something with, it sounded like both men and women. So yes, that's cheating. But I'm trying to understand. I'm just curious about what he means by his awakening. Hi, Paige in Mission Viejo. Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, Ryan. I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Well, you heard that. What do you think?
I think the poor man's just severely confused. I think, it kind of sounds like he's been trapped in this life, not by her per se, but, by his life decisions. And It just sounds like now he's starting to dabble with men and women, and he's just trying to figure out, he's having like a midlife crisis.
Well, maybe,
that's all I should say.
Maybe, and this is going to sound strange, and I haven't thought this through, so bear with me, but maybe his path of dishonesty is his path to honesty.
I think that's he's trying to figure out his own truth, and
like maybe this dishonesty he's having with his wife is somehow the path to his.
Do we think that
honest
she
self.
can forgive him?
We don't know
I
that.
personally think they need to go their own ways to figure out what's best for both of them. I don't think it's fair to the child to string that along.
There's kids involved too. All right. Well, listen, Paige. Thank you for clearing it all up for us. We appreciate
No
you calling.
problem. My
All right.
pleasure.
You take
Have
care.
a great day.
Bye. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's a public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Time for Ryan's Roses. It says, my wife has been going out all the time with her friends for a girls' night out or someone's birthday, and she's having fun, and I'm okay with that. But it feels like we're roommates now. And I think there's a guy involved. I've done some snooping. I haven't found anything. I wanted to follow her one night, except that seems super creepy, and we have 2 kids, and when she's out, I'm home with the kids. So he's clearly, It's interesting. So let me get Nick here. Hey, Nick, thanks for coming on. What makes you think that she's with a guy and not just doing what she says she's doing?
Well, she's going out all the time. Girls' night out this, girls' night out that, book clubs, and every 2 days is someone's birthday.
Well, that could be the case, couldn't it?
I mean, we're in a relationship, and it's turned into just being a relationship in passing. We're almost like roommates.
How long
I think
you been?
there has to be a.
How long you been married?
We've been married for 3 years now.
Couldn't it be that you just get a little 3-year stretch? I mean, not that she doesn't love you so much, but she wants to go out and make sure she's got friends out there.
Yeah, you go through
you
that.
lose touch with your friends
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes.
there's ups and downs for sure.
But you also don't want to lose touch with all your friends, and maybe it's time for her to rekindle those friendships. So, Nick, we're going to put you on hold. We are going to make the call here in just a sec on Kiss FM. Hang on 1 second, okay? Okay. Nick, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your wife's name on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, so Sisney is going to call your wife. Stay very quiet when we do this. She is going to tell your wife that there is a delivery, and she'll explain, but just let's listen in to see what we can glean, okay?
Okay.
All right, Nick, good luck, my friend. Let's see. Now, his wife has been going out all the time with friends, and he thinks there's another guy.
Well, he's feeling some distance and some...
Oh, he said they're feeling like roommates.
Mm-hmm. That's not great.
All right, let's see if we can find out. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Sonia?
This sec.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm calling from Great Big Blooms. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Well, actually, I'm good, thank you. I have some really fun news, actually. I have a delivery for you from somebody who wants to remain anonymous. They're technically a secret admirer, I guess you could say. And I want to get these flowers out to you today, but I need to confirm the best delivery time and best delivery location. That's the only thing that I don't have on file right now.
Oh, okay. That's exciting. When are they from? You know what? It's probably just best if you send them to my office, if that's okay.
It's a huge arrangement, so it's quite heavy. Might be best just to send them to your house if you want that.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna have to just think about when's kind of the best time. I'm not getting off of work until later, so let me see. Let me think. Maybe is it possible for me to just like come pick them up? Is that okay?
Unfortunately, no, because they're already out for delivery.
Oh.
Okay, Sonia.
Wait, what?
Sonia, Nick is on the line. Your husband is on the line. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Nick, did you want to say something?
Why is there so much confusion about where to send them? Do you have a secret admirer? What's going on?
I'm sorry. What?
This is Nick.
I don't.
What is going on? Why is there so much confusion? Why can't you have them sent to the house? What is going on? We have kids together. What is going on?
That's exactly why
you have
I
a
don't
secret
want them
admirer?
to the house. No, okay. No, we have kids at the house. They get into all of my stuff. Like, why would I want something nice, especially if it's going to be, they get into everything. Why would I want?
Oh, that's the reason.
Okay, let me ask another question, Sonia. Your husband is on the phone with us because he feels like you're being distant and you're going out a lot more than you ever have with your friends. What is the root of that? Why is that? Why are you going out more? What's going on?
I mean, what is there something wrong with going out with my friends?
We're just wondering, are you doing it as a reaction to something? Are you seeing someone else?
Are you
Is there
cheating
another
on your
man?
husband?
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, because I this is insane. I have kids. Like, why? I want to, enjoy myself and get a break from that. Like, does that mean that I'm cheating
other night though? You're out every other night. That many people. How do you have friends with birthdays every 2 nights? Something is going on.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to
So
know.
now it's a problem that I have a lot of friends. Like, are you serious? What?
No, it's a problem that you didn't find it strange that you were getting flowers from a secret admirer.
I have a lot of friends. Like, what? Maybe one of them knows I'm going through something or something, and they wanted to send me flowers. Like,
let's take her word. Now, is there anything off in your relationship with Nick? Is there anything missing?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes. There is things off. I mean, like, listen to this conversation. I mean, there's clearly something off in our relationship, but I'm even getting this call and trying to trick me into whatever. Obviously there's something wrong. I'm just
something wrong. Like what?
I don't know. I'm just not happy. Okay.
Wow. All right, I guess I got my answer, and I embarrassed myself publicly and my kids.
Nick, hold on. Let's be productive here for a second. What is it that's missing, Sonia? Why aren't you happy?
I'm not feeling it anymore.
Okay, and which is a human, it's okay. But Sonia, have you started to see another man?
I don't know why that's like this is. I'm not.
Well, it's a yes or no answer.
Have you started to see it as another guy in the picture here?
I'm like, you know what? This is insane. I'm. Listen, I don't know why this let me know. Like this is.
Why don't you just let me know what you want to do so I can pick up the pieces? I'm gone.
Nick.
Sonia, is there another man in the picture?
I'm not having this conversation with a stranger. Okay, like Nick, look, can we just have this conversation? Like I know.
All right, we'll let you guys go. We're going to let you guys go. We can hear the struggle. We're going to let you go. Okay. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for reaching out.
Good luck,
Sonia. Appreciate you answering some questions. All right.
Oh.
Goodbye and good luck, guys.
Oof.
Well,
what?
What's happening?
She's cheating.
Has she started to, or is she thinking about it?
I think she's full blown cheating.